We're going to turn it on. We should be playing some elevator music, I think. So, yep. Okay, we're going to keep our default settings and click Next. Operating Windows 8 installation. Accept. And we're installing Windows. Okay, so the installation is done. We're at the Personalize Your Windows installation screen. I am going to just enter my name for the PC name and click Next. Okay, we're at the settings screen. I am going to use Express Settings.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to sign in without a Microsoft account. We are going to click Local Account. And I am going to enter my username in here and my password. And click Finished. Okay, we are logged into Windows 8 for the first time. Okay, now I'm going to check for updates in Windows 8. First I'm going to go to Control Panel and Windows Update. Right here. Change settings. I am going to click check for updates, but let me choose clicking OK. And the screen said it didn't have any updates, so we clicked check for updates. Now we're just waiting to see if there are any. Okay, so Windows has checked for updates, and here they are. We are going to select the important and the optional and click install, and they are preparing to install all the updates. Okay, it's going to take a while to get all the updates downloaded, so I'm going to go in and change the settings to update automatically. I'm going to click on this. It says install updates automatically. I'm going to click OK, and that's that. Okay, I'm going to be working with the task manager in Windows 8. So first I'm going to click on start, and I'm going to type in task manager. Here it is. And we are going to click on fewer details. Okay, so here's my Internet Explorer. I'm going to double click it and it brings up the Internet Explorer window. So I'm going to bring Task Manager back up. I'm going to click on Internet Explorer and end that task, and it closes the browser window. Next, we are going to click More Details, and we are going to go into the Services tab. I'm going to scroll around here. The statuses listed are either stopped or running. I'm going to click on Performance and CPU. There are 653 threads, 42 processes. Now we're going to click into the memory section. Total physical memory is 6 gigabytes. Available memory is 4.2 gigabytes. And the amount used by the computer right now is 3.5 gigs. Next, we are going to go into the Wi-Fi. The link speed is changing, but right here, the 240 kilobytes per second. Okay, the link speed is here. Okay, so the link speed, the send is, it's all changing right here. I'm just gonna, it's in this area, right there. Send and receive. Okay, now I'm gonna click in the processes, and I'm gonna click on the memory heading twice. And what that does is it organizes it from least to greatest. And then I'm going to right click memory. Actually, I already did this before I came on camera, so I changed it over to percents. And what that does is it went from megabytes to percentages. How can that be helpful? It's showing us that this is using 0.1% of the entire memory of the computer. So now we're going to open a browser again. And I'm going to go back into Task Manager and click on the name headings. Now they're listed and divided by categories, and the categories are apps, background processes, and window processes. Then we're going to go find Internet Explorer, and we are going to end task, and that shuts it down. Okay, I am going to be installing third-party software in Windows 8. So it's on our desktop. I'm going to get into it. And we are going to click yes and run it. Next. Accept agreement. I'm going to leave that. It's in the programs folder. And we are going to, what are we going to do? Keep default here, click next, and click install. Okay. Finish. Okay. Okay. Allow access, and here is Packet Tracer. Now I'm going to uninstall Packet Tracer. So I'm going to I'm going to the control panel, and we are going to find programs and features here. Click on the Packet Tracer and uninstall. Are you sure? Yes, we are sure. We're going to click OK, and then we're going to check here to verify to make sure it's not there anymore, and it's not. We've uninstalled Packet Tracer. Okay, we're in the file history. It's turned off, and we are going to turn it on. It's going to send the files to our external jump drive. Okay, we are going to create 2 text files on the desktop. So I'm going to right click and click on New Text Document, and we're going to name it File 1. Then we're going to double click it and type in, this is the original text, oops, in file 1. And then we're gonna close and save it. Okay. And we're going to create a second file called File 2. We're going to open it up. And type okay. Save and close that. Now we're going to go back to our file history window, and we're going to click Run Now. It created a backup of the files we created on our desktop. Now we're going to restore personal files in the window, restore personal files. Okay, so in this window we can see that there were two backups. The one where we created the folders was done at 2:01. The one prior to that, that was made immediately, was at 1:59. Question is, why are the two text files missing from the desktop folder in this first backup? And that is because we made this first backup before we created the two folders, the two text files. So I'm going to close the desktop and we're going to go back to the file 1 to make changes. So I'm going to right click and select delete. And then I'm going to open the second file and I'm going to add the following text. Okay, then I'm going to exit Notepad. Then I'm going to go back to my file history window and I'm going to run now to save another file history. Then I'm going to restore personal files. I'm going to double click the desktop folder. And now it shows my original, my first backup, the second one after we created the first two text files, and now the third one with our changed file 2. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the one with the two files. I'm going to select file 1 and click the green restore icon at the bottom of the window. File 1 should be back on our desktop now. Okay, so after we restored the file 1, it's now on our desktop over here. So now I'm going to go back into the file 2 and I'm going to click the green restore button. A window pops up and we are going to click replace the file. The desktop window opens with files 1 and 2 there, and now we should see file 1 and 2 on our desktop. We're going to double click file 2. The notepad opens. Now our second line of text is missing. So if I want to use file history to restore the second line back into our file 2, I will go into my third backup, click on file 2 and press the restore button, replace, and then if we go on our desktop and double click it, our second text line is there. So the last part of this, we are going to delete both of these text files and turn off the file history. So first I'm going to highlight both of them, right click and select delete. Then we're going to go back into the control panel. I'm going to go into file history and turn it off. Now the question on the back asks, once it's been activated, how often does it automatically save? And how would you change the default save settings? So we would go to advanced settings. Here it tells us that it saves every hour, and we can change that from here and save our changes.